Hi, this is Team White Holders, and today we're going to present our food sustainability browser extension called EcoLens. So the problem statement that we chose for this hackathon was Team 3 problem statement 1, where we had to design a sort of a shopping companion that is based on sustainability. And basically what we did was we chose to do a Chrome extension that detects basically food products while they're shopping online, and it basically is able to provide the users a detailed environmental impact analysis, and it helps the consumers make the sustainable purchasing decisions. So why is this problem significant? Because actually 68% of Singaporean consumers want to make sustainable choices, but they do not have the data or to be able to make that decision. So what we gain from this insight is that the barrier that is causing this to happen is the lack of clear, accessible, and trustworthy sustainability information at the point of purchase. So, so now it's time for the demonstration. So particularly, let's say I want to buy something from a online site. Particularly this, the Nutella hazelnut spread. So how do I use the extension? Well, first, you need to make sure the extension is loaded in. So when you drag your extensions into the Chrome browser by following the instructions on the README, you can actually see this icon up here. And when you click this icon, you will see a UI that was created for the extension. So in this UI, you can actually click on this button for an in-depth tutorial on how to use the extension. And basically, so bring you step by step through everything that this extension has to offer. And you can start using the extension now. So there's two main ways to use the extension. You can do manually, or you can use the auto pop-up feature. So the first demonstration I'm going to show you is the manual search. So let's say I want to buy this Nutella. So what I do is I will just type in the product name into the text box and click this button. So what this will do is basically come up with a report, and this will open a report in a new tab that will show you a lot of this data. So in this report, you can see the grade that the extension has provided to us, the overall score, and also the carbon emission breakdown and the metrics along with the packaging score. So keep in mind that sometimes the database has missing data for packaging score, for example, in this case. So you might want to consider searching other terms so that you can get the proper data. So once you have this, down below, you will see a list of alternative products that you can consider purchasing with their grade and their score beside it. So now let's go through the second use case for this extension, which is the automatic pop-up feature. So to use the automatic pop-up feature, you will need to click on the extension window and open the settings to turn the automatic pop-ups on. So in this case, right, let's turn it on. And let's say I want to buy this gardenia enriched white bread. So if you click on this, you will actually see a pop-up appear where they will try and determine whether it's a valid product. So if you click on this pop-up, you will show what the extension thinks the product page is right now. And this is where you can check whether the product that they think is correct. So let's say if it's correct, you can actually click the yes, continue button. Let's say if it's not correct, you can actually click the edit button and edit the product name yourself. But in this case, since the product name is correct, you'll just save and continue. So once the same thing happens, once you click it, the same thing happens, a report will be generated, and you can see the grades and the stats and everything else. So this is the second way to use the application extension. I will briefly go through the tech stack that has been implemented. So what we did was we ran a React plus Vite front end that is running on the Chrome Manifest v3 protocol, so that this will register as an extension in the browser. The UI components are used for Radix AI, and this whole project for front end is coded in TypeScript. For the back end, we are running a fast API Python server that is using the Open Food Facts API, and it uses the USDA Food Data Central System to index product based on to determine whether the product is a valid food product. So this is about it, about the demonstration video. So I hope that you all will enjoy to use this extension, and I hope that so now that we see how the workflow of the extension works, we can start talking about the tech stack. So for the front end, this Chrome extension was built using React plus Vite, and is going to be running on the Chrome Manifest v3 protocol. So this protocol allows us to register the React app as a Chrome extension and run its appropriate code inside the browser. The styling is done with Tailwind CSS, and the components that are being used is from Radix UI. And particularly on the back end, we are running a fast API Python server that is grabbing data, food data from Open Food Facts API. For the indexing, we are going to be using the USDA Food Data Central System to determine whether the product is an actual food product. So now that I've discussed most of the aspects of the product, I hope that you will give this extension a go, and hopefully that the extension will be able to solve the problem that we mentioned earlier. So thank you for watching.